Yes, I know my mic's live. Thank you, Shiagraph. Yeah, it's just becoming completely comical. I just can't. Oh, play the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night. And stop the music. Hello, good morning, everybody who's here. Of course, because if you're not here, you're not hearing my voice right now. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P Dog Night, on the P Dog Night channel. It is Tuesday, October 8th, 2019, and good God, I have been just on Twitter a little bit over the last day or so. Actually, well, not just the last day or so. Obviously, I'm on Twitter quite a bit because that's how I prepare for this show. And, I wasn't going to talk about the Joker movie because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. We're thinking about going to see it, but it's not in the top of my priority list. I enjoy the Marvel and the DC, the comic book movies, because, I grew up on comic books. So I love that stuff. I love just about any comic book movie, even if it's bad. Let's put it this way. I liked Daredevil, okay, with Ben Affleck. That's how much I like comic book movies. It wasn't a great movie, but it was, I like comic book movies. So this Joker movie is just one of those comic book movies. And it's interesting that they have another really, how would you... Joaquin Phoenix, how do you describe him? He's a really good actor, just a quirky human being as it is. And so I thought, that's going to be an interesting take on the Joker, which is one of the greatest villains in the DC universe, right? And it's almost like, yes, gayest person on YouTube. It's day 7 and no mass shootings. Media is just livid. Yes, isn't that the truth? They want so badly something to happen related to this movie. It's embarrassing how bad they want it. And they keep coming up with the hottest takes that you can just not believe. So here's the latest take this morning from CNN, which is one of the... they've put so many crazy tweets out and stories out about this movie. Today, oh my God, let me pull this up. Today, CNN, which, oh my God, are they clowns? Here's today's post from CNN. Rock and Roll Part 2, a song by convicted child sex offender Gary Glitter, plays for about 2 minutes as Joaquin, is that right? Joaquin Phoenix, who plays Joker, dances down a flight of stairs. They really had to. I mean, talk about a hot take. Here it is. Here's the article. I mean, they wrote an entire article about this. Joker uses a song by convicted pedophile Gary Glitter. He's probably making money off it. Oh my God! Gary Glitter's making money off Joker movie. It's gotta be terrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing. Effing believable. The controversy keeps building for Warner Brothers' Joker movie because they used a song. The film, which has already received criticism from CNN over and over and over and over and over, that it glorifies violence and evokes empathy for a killer, is now facing backlash for its use of a song by convicted child sex offender Gary Glitter. The song Rock and Roll Part 2 plays for about 2 minutes as star Joaquin Phoenix, who plays Joker, dances down a flight of stairs. There he is, jamming. And that's not all. Oh no, that's not all. Please tell us, CNN. What else does this mean? Glitter, whose real name is Paul Gadd, is probably making money off the song's use in the movie too. Probably. Did he write the song? Does he have royalties? Is he allowed to make money off the royalties of a song that he wrote? I don't know. Probably. But is he in prison? I don't even know. But he's a child sex offender, and they put the song in the movie. Oh my God! This movie is pro child sex offender. It is unclear exactly how much Glitter could make, but a journey. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Okay, not a journey. Attorney, get Anderson Cooper, get the hell off my computer screen. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell so loud. It's unclear exactly how much Glitter could make, but attorney John Say, who specializes in entertainment law, broke down the general process. They actually wrote this article. They're digging this deep into this movie. Basically, every song has 2 copyrights. The publishing copyright, the actual composition of the song, like the words and medley, and the actual sound recording, also known as the master. Because Glitter is a co-writer on the song, he probably owns some percentage of the publishing on the track, Say said. The master is typically owned by the recording company, but Say said it's possible that the rights have reverted back to Glitter. Oh, it's possible? Oh my God. Oh my God. So it's possible that a convicted pedophile is making money off of the Joker. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whatever money coming out of the song's use would also have to get filtered through whatever record deal Glitter has. In some countries outside of the U.S., movie theaters also pay performance royalties for music used in films. Joker has already been released internationally, and Glitter stands to make money that way as well. Though single payments from theaters are tiny, Say said they could add up to a significant payday. He'll also get paid when the movie airs on TV. Oh my God! They are lining the pockets of a convicted pedophile. Oh my God. This is CNN. It's not just about the money, though. Some are questioning the morality of including the song and bringing profit to a convicted child sex offender. Rahul Kohli, a British actor best known for playing Dr. Ravi Chakrabarti in the CW's iZombie, said on Twitter that he enjoyed the movie. But he also expressed that many might feel some discomfort at the song choice. Maybe, now, hear me out. Maybe, just maybe, the director had a feeling that this would cause discomfort. I'm sure that everyone's going to the movie theater, right? Soon as that scene came about, where they're having what is it? Post-traumatic stress, PTSD flashbacks from their childhood. And now, as soon as that song triggers an emotion, and so that song is going to trigger some incels who had PTSD from their abuse as children to go shoot up the theaters. Is that where we're going here, CNN? I don't know, because that's all you've been talking about for a week now. In 1999, he admitted to possessing child pornography, landing him in jail for 4 months. 7 years later, while living in Vietnam, he was convicted of sex offenses against young girls and jailed for almost 3 years. So, though some may claim the use of the song could be an intentional choice by filmmakers, Warner Brothers has not publicly commented. CNN even CNN reached out for further comment to find out if that is the case. But have yet to hear back. CNN and Warner Brothers are owned by the same parent. CNN and Warner Brothers are owned by the same parent company, Warner Media. You know what? Okay, so despite the wave of controversies, Joker's is making quite a bit of money, bringing in an estimated $93.5 million in North America alone on its opening weekend. That makes the highest grossing. I have a theory. Okay, I have a theory now. As I take a sip of my reparations coffee, here's my theory. CNN is doing this on purpose. CNN is writing article after article chirping about the Joker, knowing that the more controversy you can bring out about a movie, the more people are probably going to go see it. More people are going to buy it on DVD or stream it on whatever cable network or streaming service they have when it comes out. They are intentionally pumping this movie with negative publicity, because really with movies, or especially with movies, so controversy is great for a lot of movies. Controversies get more butts and seats. And you know what? CNN and Warner Brothers, as it states right here, CNN and Warner Brothers are owned by the same parent company, Warner Media. CNN is marketing for this movie. They don't care about this movie. They don't really care about the whole incel angle. They don't care about the possible shooting. They're pumping the movie because really, it's one of those. Hey, you can say anything bad about me. You say something good about me as long as you spell my name right. And here they're spelling the name of the movie right, but it's ridiculous. So let's get in a little more about some of the other things CNN, and it's just hilarious. And everyone's just now people are just making fun of CNN because, let's see. Here's a list of some of the headlines. Joker, the film about a marginalized clown who goes on a killing rampage, is facing a wave of criticism from CNN that it glorifies a killer and could encourage copycat attacks. The true appeal of the new Joker movie lies in its invidious validation of the white male resentment that helped bring President Trump to power, writes Jeff Yang for CNN Opinion. Rock and Roll Part 2 is a song about a convicted child sex offender. Gary Glitter plays for about 2 minutes. We just read that article. It's insane. They are going freaking insane. They just can't. CNN, Joker actor Phoenix went to Russia once. This further proves the collusion between Trump and Putin. Some of the funny people who are just doing this. Oh, KKK member. The Joker doesn't wear a MAGA hat, and he's not a race-driven character. Face paint is a common theme for the Joker. This Jeff Yang's attempt to drive more racial instability in the country. Here. Let's read this stupid ass article. This is the one that Jeff Yang wrote, the true appeal of Joker movie. Here, let's just read it. We'll just go through it. My God. This is hilarious. Here, let's click the article here. Or is that not click? Okay, there we go. Here, I'll put this on full screen so you can see it. Sorry. Let's make that. All right. Joker, a political parable for our times. Yep, you know what? I'm pretty sure the director of this movie and as whoever helped write it, the first thing they thought about was, how could we use this movie to validate the Trump administration? Here we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is about him. Okay, I don't care. Joker, the Todd Phillips movie that reimagines the origins of Batman's killer clown nemesis, opened this weekend to record-setting box office, fueled by deft marketing by CNN. Oh, yeah, I'm not using the archive. I see you, Lindsay. Here, I'm just whatever. Fueled by deft marketing and some of the most polarizing critical reaction of any mass-marketed film in decades. Oh, you mean the criticism constantly from CNN? Further fueling the hype around the movie, a shocking Golden Lion win at the Venice International Film Festival, and a joint bulletin from the FBI and Department of Homeland Security warning about online threats of mass shootings at Joker screenings. And you guys at CNN are just devastated that it hasn't happened because you were just ready to send your trucks out in every city across America. Set in a very thinly disguised New York City. Oh, really? Let me think about this. Mr. Yang, have you ever seen a Batman comic book or movie? What is Gotham modeled after, you freaking moron? In fact, there's a what's it called? What do you call that when you have kind of a you call something else, just kind of it's kind of a popular kind of thing. It's a type of name. The nickname for New York City just happens to be Gotham. Dumbass. Oh my God. Set in a very thinly disguised New York City, Phillips' version of the Joker story has its protagonist, Arthur Fleck, a middle-aged working-class man who lives with his invalid mother. Fleck works as a clown for hire while fantasizing about romancing a lovely single mother who lives down the hall. He's brutalized by young thugs. He's beaten by suit-clad Wall Streeters, and his answer to this dual pincer of oppression by people of color and 1%ers is a murderous rampage of revenge, which catches fire among fellow angry citizens of Gotham and sends them looting through the streets. While many reviewers have focused on Fleck as an incel, an incel hero, his status as a sexless loner who turns to violence. Now, has anyone seen this movie yet? Have they mentioned him being a sexless loner anywhere in this movie? Metropolis is New York. Yeah, that's another one too. No, I thought they were both kind of based on New York City. Anyway, it could be. I don't know. I always thought of as a kid when I was reading Batman. I always thought of Gotham as New York City too. I know Metropolis too is kind of supposedly like New York City. Anyway, whatever. As a sexless loner who turns to violence, the true nature of the movie's appeal is actually broader. It's an insidious validation of the white male resentment that helped bring President Donald Trump to power. Well, alrighty then. Joker, at its core, is the story of the forgotten man, the metaphoric, displaced, and disenfranchised white man whose goodwill has been abused and whose status has been reduced. A man who has been crushed underfoot by the elite, dragged down by equality-demanding feminists, and climbed over by upstart, non-white immigrant masses. Phillips clearly wants Joker to yank at the chairs of a society that has increasingly found his shock-fueled style of storytelling less relevant and more problematic. Oh, so that's what Phillips' goal was. Interesting. It's worth noting that since Phillips' breakthrough hit The Hangover, his box office totals have trended downward in almost linear fashion. The goal was made explicit in Phillips' attacks on the outrage culture of the far left and his extended complaint to Vanity Fair that the anything goes douche bro comedy genre he helped launch. Oh my God. So he helped launch this? Had run aground on the iceberg of political correctness. He helped launch that style of comedy? Are you kidding me? Any of you old enough to remember the movie Porky's? How old was I? Maybe I was in high school. Was I in high school when Porky's came out? Anyone heard of that movie? That sentence brought that movie to mind. Porky's far. They're douche bro movies. How about Pineapple Express? Ever heard of that one? I think this was around before Phillips started making movies. You know what? In fact, chat, I need you to do me a favor. In the chat, think of, those types of raunchy type of movies that they're talking about here. Put a list of in the chat, because I can't. My brain ain't working right now because this has broken me. Oh my God. Go try and be funny nowadays with this woke culture. He told them comedies don't work anymore, he said, because all of the comedians are afraid of offending people. So I go, how do I do something irreverent? Oh, I know. Let's take a comic book movie universe and turn it on its head. After watching Joker, it's easy to decode what Phillips really meant in this quote. Really? Are you going to quote him, or are you just going to make some shit up? Oh, and it's the same thing that fired SNL cast member Shane Gillis meant when he excused his repeated use of racist, misogynist, and homophobic slurs as pushing boundaries. Oh, so I get it. So this gentleman, Jeff Yang. Mr. Yang is just mad because, well, at least he brought up Gillis because he's mad that Gillis made some jokes about Asians, which certainly they may have been inappropriate or in bad taste, but jokes is jokes. And, they may be good jokes, they may be shitty jokes, they may be offensive jokes, whatever they are, but, whatever. It draws from the same well of resentment that Trump strums with his racist rhetoric at his rallies. Really? Oh, by the way, this is funny, and I'll talk about this in a little bit, but Trump's coming to Minneapolis. And just for the shits and grins, I got tickets. I'll see if I get in. I don't know, but I think I'm going to do some video around the Target Center and with protesters and stuff. But yeah, I'm fascinated. I'm going to see if I can get into that one because I'm not I'm not a Trump guy, but I am interested. I've always been fascinated about how these rallies go, and I just want to see it firsthand and take some video of myself. Take video myself, not of myself, and just the whole atmosphere around that. So that's on Thursday. Maybe on Friday or Saturday, I'll put some of that footage together and have it YouTube by next Monday. Anyway, it draws from the same well of resentment that Trump strums with his racist rhetoric at his rallies, which the racist rhetoric at his rallies, You're gonna have to show me what you're talking about there, Mr. Yes. Oh, there's some good ones coming up. Van Wilder, Dead on Campus. That's a good one. Old School. Hell yeah. That's well precedes this Phillips dude. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. One of the greatest cinematic masterpieces ever made. Anyway, keep going. I love it. Put more of those meatballs. Yes. Porky's 2, Porky's Revenge, Revenge of the Nerds, yep, Summer School. These are all good ones. Keep them coming, man. Blazing Saddles, Animal House, right? Yeah, Animal House. What was that, 1977, I think, or 78? 79, somewhere around there? I don't know. All the vacation movies, I mean, come on. What a bunch of douchebags. Or this guy's a douchebag. Anyway, the fear of no longer being at the center of the political, social, and cultural universe with everyone who isn't you positioned at its perceived edges. After all, being racist, sexist, and anti-gay only pushes boundaries if you define yourself as normal and define non-white, non-male, and non-straight people as marginalized outsiders. Okay? It doesn't seem like a coincidence that Fleck and his mother reside in a rundown building that seems otherwise occupied by non-white tenants, prompting Mother Penny to assert that if her old employer Thomas Wayne saw how they were living, he would be disgusted, or that the movie opens with an attack on Fleck by Black and Latinx. Stop saying Latinx! It's not a fucking word. Stop disrespecting other people's language, you douchebag. Anyway, youth referred to by one of Fleck's fellow white male clowns as savages and animals. This man subsequently offers Fleck a gun. Gotta protect yourself, he says. It also doesn't quite seem accidental that all the incidental characters Fleck encounters are black. Racist. racist. The social worker who tunes him out during counseling sessions, a woman on the bus who fearfully shoos him away from her toddler, the admin who tries to prevent him from getting his mother's hospital records, and the object of his desire played by Zazie Beetz. Zazie Beetz? Huh. The object was, maybe too, though, maybe that the reason that all those characters are black may not because of the political aspect of them being black, but because in order to make a movie today, you have to use diversity. And so they decided to, we could have these characters be anything, but let's throw a black person in there so we can make sure that the movie's diverse. Now, me personally, I don't care. That's a good thing. That can be a good thing. There are black people, especially in New York City. There's a lot of black people in New York City. And, whatever. So, or just maybe he's trying to stay in the character of the neighborhood he's trying to create or the feeling of the movie. But, of course, this is a calculated move. Oh my God. He's even going back to, well, let me continue here. He's going back in linear time. In 1968, after Richard Nixon was elected president, Peter Schrock cited forgotten Americans as the primary reason for his victory. White, working-class voters who were once the hero of the civic books, the bone and sinew of the country, Schrag wrote. Now he is the forgotten man, perhaps the most alienated person in America. Wait, hold up now. Now, I know this character, the Joker, has been around since whenever they started this Batman, because the Joker is his main nemesis. Anyway. Trump, in his 2016 victory speech, paid similar homage to the forgotten men. But Ross Schrag pointed to Nixon's law and order-based platform as his key appeal to the alienated, forgotten white male. Trump won by using outrageous statements, theatrical posturing, and grimacing mockery to generate raucous mob energy, the very opposite of law and order. Huh. This guy's reaching. White men in particular responded to his rhetoric and persona, seeing him as a disruptor of oppressive correctness who could lead them back to the top of the heap and the center of the world. Interesting. This isn't the first time Phillips and Trump's worlds have collided. Oh, really? When his last film, War Dogs, came out, Phillips said in an interview with Little White Lies, also there's a thing going on right now where the world as a whole is waking up to the fact that the system is rigged. It happens to be Trump's theme, even though, Phillips notes, Trump is a part of the system that created these problems. Interesting. At the end of the movie, a triumphant Fleck, seemingly dead but magically revived by the cheers of a throng of clown-masked rioters, does a grotesque soft shoe on top of a shattered cop car, literally dancing on the destroyed remains of the rule of law. Imagine Fleck as Trump shrugging off impeachment, rebounding with his roaring red-hatted supporters, winning re-election against every prediction and possibility. What? Okay, I hate to break this to you, Mr. Yang. I think most people are predicting Trump's going to win. So if anyone's rebounding or whatever, I don't know. Whatever. Phyllis may not have. Now way down here, because you have to get to this far to read this. Phillips may not have intended for his film to be a political parable, or maybe he did. But it's hard to imagine a darker ending for our real-world horror comedy than that. This is great. This is great. So many hot takes from CNN, and we're not done yet, though. We've got more. But before we move on, I just thought I'd do my best interpretation of a Joker laugh for you. As I take a sip of my wonderfully delicious Reparations coffee. Hey, good morning, everybody. Just a real quick note that the Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like down below, hit the share button right over there somewhere, or up there if you're on a phone. And if you want to do super chats and want to make sure that I say something that you type because I'm not paying attention enough to the chat, you can do super chats for as little as $1. We can do super chats. I think, do you have to do $2 to write something? I don't know. I don't know how Streamlabs work. I don't use YouTube Super Chats. I use Streamlabs, which is in the link down below, where you can get what you write spoken out loud by me. Or if you have questions, I will always answer questions that happen to show up in the Super Chats. Again, that's in the Streamlabs link down below. Also, I haven't even said good morning to everybody yet, because I've been laughing so hard at this damn Joker stuff. It's just crazy. So, first of all, welcome the gayest person on YouTube who was first and gets the bell. Good morning, Max Del Rio, Shiograph, Cynical Lindsay, Tyler F, Based Will Hunting. Oh, you added something to your name. Mr. Dax, Max Del Rio, Cynical Lindsay, Marsupial Gamer, Pencalo, the Driving Ape Man, and who else here? Tyler F and Marsupial Gamer. I got Taryn Marine. So there was a couple of new names too. Let's see. Talon, Blood Rain. Taryn Marine, I got you. Jaeger Pony, good morning. And I think, is that everybody? Straight Sith Male. There was a name in here that I hadn't seen before, and it seems to have disappeared. Maybe I haven't scrolled far enough. What the hell? Where'd it go? Well, if I miss you, just put some in the chat, and I'll make sure I'll catch up. I thought there was a name that I hadn't seen before, and now it seems to be gone. Anyway, so let's while we're on the CNN theme, let's go. I'm gonna go back to Twitter here because there is more. Lots of people talking about this. People laughing about this. Let's see. Every time someone goes to this movie, it's a big middle finger to the mainstream media. Yeah, they're just, I'm telling you, the dumb headlines keep coming from CNN. And again, I think there's a little bit of an incestuous, that's probably a better word, a little bit of an incestuous motivation behind this. I think that the parent company, Warner Brothers or whatever, is just saying, you know what? Come on, keep stirring controversy. The more controversy you stir up, the more people are going to go to this movie. It's kind of like with what else? I don't know. This for just getting stupid shit written about it, people are talking about it constantly. Let me find this other one that they came up with. Oh, and here, this is funny. When the media can't inspire random violence at a movie theater, showing the Joker movie, everybody loses their minds. Yeah, it's so funny. CNN couldn't get Nerdy Nick's Nook. I don't think I've ever seen this happen with a comic book film. CNN couldn't get Joker to fail with the theater threat warning, so over a 24-hour period, it stops dropping other articles to detract from any positive news concerning the film. I want to find this other article. Joker breathes. News outlets. Breaking news. Actor poisons the air with carbon dioxide. Oh, let me find this third article, though, because they literally lost their freaking mind. Oh, here's one. Joker movie. CNN has made us so paranoid that people saw a man looking for their seat, and literally everyone left the building and called the police. So here, as revealed in a statement released by the Long Beach Police Department, the subject in question walked to the front of the theater and surveyed the crowd. The statement also says police responded within a minute of the first call and detained the subject without incident and was later found not to be in possession of any firearms. The subject was then taken into custody due to an unrelated outstanding warrant. So they are freaking out in these theaters. They've got people so paranoid. CNN, I'm confused. I saw the Joker over the weekend and I didn't get shot or murdered. Am I going to be okay? Fear-mongering bitches. Oh, where's this other article? CNN, violent Joker is a validation of angry white male cops and Trump supporters. Oh, what's this? Oh, hang on. Okay, are these people... Okay, hang on. Whew. and there's the thing. This is true too. In the Joker, he kills 6 people in this movie. The Punisher kills more people in one scene than the Joker does in a 2-hour movie. CNN is really trying to stir the pot. Think of how many people John Wick kills in a movie. Okay? Now, Joker's supposed to be an anti-hero, a villain, but CNN really mad. Nothing happened during the Joker premiere. I'm just going to keep scrolling this. This is CNN. You are the ones masquerading as a news outlet. Love how director Todd Phillips uses the mirror as a way of evoking that both Joker and Batman are a reflection of each other, 2 sides of the same coin, but both will eventually take different paths. Now this is what I call real art. Okay, I haven't seen the movie, so I haven't seen it, but yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? Aren't they kind of the 2 sides of the same coin? Where I want this other article though, the true. Okay, we already did that one. The Joker, a film about a marginalized clown who goes on a killing rampage, is facing a wave of criticism. Yeah, the wave of criticism is from CNN. Tell you what, let's skip this one. I got one more article about this, and then we're going to move on. This is from the Federalist. Why liberal media hate the Joker? Woke critics worry about the film's sympathetic depiction of a mass murderer, but their real beef is with its indictment of moral relativism. Oh, that's an interesting take by John Daniel Davidson. What does woke media have against Joker? When it premiered at Venice Film, and it's winning awards, that's what really pisses them off. This Trump movie is winning awards. Anyway, when it premiered at the Venice Film Festival last month, Time Magazine's Stephanie Zacharek slammed the film for a supposedly sympathetic portrayal of its protagonist who could easily be adopted as the patron saint of incels. God, this whole incel thing is pissing me off too. They want to make, and is it just that they want to make? They want to make men into villains, and they seem to think that there's this whole. They seem to think that there's this whole vast network of incel men, involuntary celibate men, who are just waiting to destroy shit. Okay. And there are examples there was one, I think it was one mass shooter. Was it the dude in New Zealand that he was described as an incel? So now that's the big thing now that, oh, the incels are going to be mass shooters. You know, the drug guys are mass shooters too. The asshats and, never mind. Anyway, all right. A flood of similar comments followed from critics who worried its morally ambiguous depiction of a psychotic mass murderer would incite real-world violence. And they are hoping it will incite real-world violence. That's my take. They almost wanted to so they could write about it and blame it on the current administration or Republicans or the people on the right or these fake tiki torch carrying asshole LARPing so-called white supremacist dickheads. They want this so badly. That's my opinion. That lonely and alienated young men would, like the riotous mobs in the film's closing scene, see the Joker as a hero, as if to validate those overwrought concerns. The New York Police Department even deployed undercover police officers to opening night screenings. None of it has stopped Joker from a projected weekend debut of 90 million plus, which it has surpassed. Part of what made it a box office success is doubtless that we were all warned that it was a dangerous and problematic film that some people might take the wrong way, and we can't have that. The film, as almost everybody knows by now, is about Arthur Fleck, a mentally ill clown who lives with his mentally ill mother and dreams of becoming a stand-up comic. Played by a rail-thin and very disconcerting Joaquin Phoenix, Fleck has serious problems and is very much in need of real help, which he doesn't get. Instead, he suffers a series of setbacks and humiliations and gradually slips into a violent psychosis. By the film's end, amid a violent citywide riot, he has become a folk hero to the disgruntled rabble of Gotham. Amid random mob violence and societal breakdown, the Joker is born. What critics have objected to above all is that Fleck is not portrayed as pure evil. He has actual reasons behind his violence. Simply put, he's taking revenge on an unjust world that showed him too little kindness and no love at all. In recent interviews, director Todd Phillips has expressed his disgust with liberal Hollywood and far-left woke culture. But the objections of these woke critics notwithstanding, Joker isn't really all that political. To the extent that there's a political analogy at work, it's an indictment of the coarseness of civic life. There's even a subtle anti-Antifa feeling to the masked Gothamites holding up signs that read, "Wayne equals fascist," and "Kill the rich." Oh, damn. Did Phillips, is it an anti-Antifa feeling or a portrayal of Antifa feeling? I wonder, because that sounds more like well, not that the movie's pro-Antifa, but the Joker is pro-Antifa. The character of billionaire industrialist Thomas Wayne isn't quite a Trumpian figure, but he is an unapologetic elite who is entirely correct when he says there's something wrong with Gotham and that the city needs help. He's also telling the truth about Arthur's mother, Penny, and her disturbing history of mental illness and abuse. In the end, he and his wife are killed not directly by the Joker, but by a random rioter inspired by the Joker's psychotic violence. At the risk of reading too much into what is, at bottom, a comic book supervillain origin story movie, the Joker is on some level an indictment, but not quite in the way liberal critics suppose. What Joker indicts is moral relativism. Now, this is an interesting hot take too. Again, per the director, or is this just your opinion? But anyway, consciously or not, the film makes somewhat implicit arguments, including an argument for compassion and community and against moral relativism and indifference. Here we have a profile of a disturbed man sliding into psychosis who gets no help from anyone, not least the government social worker who's supposed to be helping him. It's set in a city simmering with hatred and violence where basic government services like trash collection have broken down. Okay. A pop culture professor told the Washington Post that all the talk about potential real-world violence around the film is distracting from a great opportunity to use this movie for a dialogue about questions like alienation, toxic masculinity, and fragility of whiteness. But Joker is really an opportunity for an altogether different dialogue about the role of families, about what people need most in life, about what makes for civic comedy and solidarity. What it suggests, however, unintentionally, is that maybe the best way to fend off the kind of alienation and frustration that beset Arthur Fleck is with an intact family, a loving mother and father. Now, I'm not guessing that I don't know if this interpretation is correct either. It's a different way to look at it, but it's certainly different than all the people who are setting their hair on fire. Maybe the thing people need most in life is friendship and love and community. Maybe we need to rethink the way we've torn down the institutions and traditions that used to support these things. Maybe the radical atomization and isolation and autonomy of modern life doesn't foster prosperity and happiness. Maybe we need to start thinking these things seriously. So this is a different take. If we do, that will mean rethinking a half century of progressive thought. Well, I can't say I disagree with that. Questioning whether it has all been a pack of lies. And maybe that's the real reason woke media hate Joker. All right. So enough about Joker this morning. I just laugh. CNN is it's just comedy. And I don't mean comedy, but comedy. Actually reading some of the shit that CNN's been putting out about it. Let's go on a completely different take here. Let's see. Just some things happening in the world. I thought this was fascinating. So you heard about the NBA travesty. Apparently one of the Houston Rockets, let's see, GM made some pro-Hong Kong remarks, and China is not happy about it. And he went out and apologized, and he's getting trashed, not only by the Chinese, but by some in the American media. And interestingly enough, Senator Hawley thrashes NBA commissioner this senator is thrashing him for apologizing, which... Now, it's funny because some of the NBA players are over there, too. Oh, the latest news on that, by the way, the Chinese have canceled all broadcasts of the NBA games that are going to be played over in China. These exhibition games, canceled. They're not doing them. They're not going to broadcast them. And it's China. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't arrest anybody. But anyway, Senator Hawley trashes NBA commissioner who apologized to China for Houston Rockets GM's pro-Hong Kong remarks. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri thrashed the NBA Monday afternoon for the league's reaction after a Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey expressed support for the Hong Kong activists. Hawley criticized the league for not standing up for employees who pushed back against what the Republican thinks is Chinese aggression. His response comes following the NBA's issuing several apologies to China after Morey asked his Twitter followers to stand with Hong Kong. I know, right? We wouldn't want him just standing for pro-democracy, people. Please, don't upset the communist government of China, because that's bad for NBA business. I write today to express my disgust about the position of the National Basketball Association with respect to Hong Kong and the freedom of the Chinese people, the Missouri Republican wrote in a letter to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Morey's Friday night tweet. I did see the South Park apology to China. We're going to get to that too. I think I have that coming up here. Morey's Friday... Actually, do me a favor. If anyone could find that real quick, someone put that in the chat or DM it to me or something. Morey's Friday night tweet cheering on Hong Kong activists who were protesting the Chinese government created a firestorm. He asked his Twitter followers to, quote, fight for freedom, stand with Hong Kong, end quote. The missive angered league officials. Well, why did it anger league officials? Because it's... they got a big fan base in China, especially the Houston Rockets, because Yao Ming used to play for the Rockets. So the Chinese love the Houston Rockets. But I got a feeling I've got a feeling, boop, doo, 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 that tonight the Rockets are trash. The Chinese ain't gonna let them bash their efforts in Hong Kong. I got a feeling, ooh, that tonight the Chinese are really mad, and the Houston Rockets gonna feel it bad with their sales of shirts and everything going in the trash. Maury eventually apologized in a statement. Houston Rockets guard James Harden issued an apology as well. Oh, good for you, James Harden. Telling reporters Monday, "We apologize. We love China. We love playing here." Hawley was not happy about what he ostensibly believes is the NBA's support for the communist country. The government has sought emergency powers and deployed riot police to put down the protests, often violently, he noted, referring to Beijing. Police have employed tear gas, batons, water cannons with dye, pepper spray, and rubber bullets against their own people. Hawley added, and as the people of Hong Kong risk their lives for freedom, the NBA offers apologies to the Chinese regime? That was wrong. Reconsider. He went on to express, quote, disgust, end quote, that the NBA suggested Maury's comments cause pain when the country jails political dissidents. Human rights groups and the government officials believe China is a major human rights abuser. Officials, for instance, say the country is responsible for imprisoning millions of Chinese Muslims in internment camps. China has also come under scrutiny for its strict censorship laws. So speaking of the censorship laws, let's just here's what we'll do. South Park, a apology. Here we go. Oh, South Park apology, China. That'll make it easier to find. So apparently, here's an article. It's a CNN article too, so I'm sure CNN are pro-China on this deal. But anyway, South Park creators give an official apology after reports the show was scrubbed from the Chinese internet. Yeah, they made a show basically trashing China over how they force like movies to change movies. So for example, like remember when they redid Red Dawn and originally the bad guys instead of the Russians were going to be the Chinese, and then the Chinese were mad, and so they had to change the movie Red Dawn to have the people invading the United States be the North Koreans, which was kind of a joke because the North Koreans were just, I mean, yeah, they have a lot of big, bad-looking missiles, but they can't. There's no way North Korea could ever invade the United States. But anyway, they changed a lot of movies that way. If there's something in the movie that just even hints at being, not kosher, like if they had something in the movie about Taiwan, and Taiwan seemed a little too free, the Chinese make you change the movie to make it so they will play in China. Otherwise, they won't play your shit in China. So South Park did a whole episode making fun of the Chinese for doing that and making fun of American studios who acquiesced to their demands. So, and the Chinese ended up scrubbing the show from the thing. So I don't want to play this video. Let's just go here. South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker hit back at China after the government scrubbed the show from the Chinese internet. The episode, banned in China, is a critique of how Hollywood shapes its content to avoid offending Chinese government censors. South Park has never been afraid to be offensive, which is why the show now virtually no longer exists in China. Every clip, any online discussion from Chinese streaming services, social media, and even fan pages have been deleted by the government, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Stone and Parker issued an apology on Monday after China's crackdown. Kind of. Like the end. Here it is. Here's the official apology. This is fucking hilarious. Official apology to China from Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I'll do it in a South Park voice. Like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and into our hearts. Hang on. I want the whole thing. Let's get the whole thing out here. Come on. It's fuckers. All right, here. Like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our home and into our hearts. We too love money more than freedom and democracy. She doesn't look just like Winnie the Pooh at all. Tune in to our 300th episode this Wednesday at 10. Long live the great Communist Party of China. May this autumn sorghum harvest be bountiful. We good. We good now, China? Oh, fuck. I don't think Trey and Matt give a hoot, give a hell, give a damn. Whatever I'm trying to say here, I just don't think they give a damn. Oh, you gotta love those guys. Anyway, Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey expressed support for Hong Kong's pro-democracy protest in a tweet Sunday. The backlash came quickly. The Chinese Basketball Association the Chinese Basketball Association said it would suspend all cooperation with the team, and China's top state broadcaster announced that it would suspend airing Houston Rocket events on television. So the Houston Rockets, the most popular team for the NBA in China by leaps and bounds, now will no longer be on TV in China. All those Yao Ming jerseys that people wear with the Houston Rockets on them. I wonder now, this is interesting, because millions of people in China support the Houston Rockets. That's why the Houston Rockets have been doing an exhibition game in China every year, probably for years. They've been going there doing an exhibition game because Yao Ming was the biggest thing in China. I wonder, now that they're just basically scrubbing the Houston Rockets from existence, basically there, I wonder if you can get arrested for wearing... Get off my screen, Anderson Cooper! I wonder if you can get arrested for wearing a Rockets jersey in China now. Guess we'll find out. The NBA said Monday that it recognizes that Morey's views have deeply offended many of our friends and fans in China. How did this article kind of went from... Oh, I see. That's because it went on from their article to this article. It's just... But anyway. The NBA said Monday it recognizes Morey's views have deeply offended many of our friends and fans in China, which is regrettable. This isn't the first time seemingly harmless content has become forbidden in China. After people online compared Winnie the Pooh and Tigger to Chinese President Xi Jinping and former President Barack Obama in 2017. The honey-loving teddy bear was banned from China's cyberspace. They banned Winnie the Pooh! Oh my gosh, that deserves a Joker laugh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she doesn't just look like Winnie the Pooh at all. Tune into our 300th episode Wednesday at 10. Donald Parker's statement continued. Long live the great Communist Party of China. May this autumn's sorghum harvest be bountiful. We good now, China? Huh? We good? Oh my gosh. Let's see what else we got here. That's the CNN. Okay, so that's and then Senator Hawley, we did that. All right. Oh, and so here's another article. China banned South Park. Oh, I already had this up. I thought I had already put something up about this. This would be the Breitbart article. China banned South Park over episode calling out country's censorship. Here's the... China's banned South Park, which ignited international controversy after the Comedy Central show mocked Hollywood for trying to appear... It should be trying to appease, because they don't have editors anymore on any of these freaking websites. Appease Chinese censors. Beijing has scrubbed every trace of Matt Stone and Trey Parker's long-running animated comedy from its heavily regulated corner of the internet after an episode entitled Banned in China took Hollywood to task for its appeasement of communist censorship. You know what's funny? I wonder if there'll be outrage, because I think the show is pretty popular in China too. At least that's if I remember right. I can't remember if it was this show or I know, they love the animated shit over there. Anyway, when the group of young protagonists start a successful metal band, a Hollywood executive decides to turn their journey into a biopic feature film. However, the script is continually rewritten to ensure that it can be distributed in China. Now I know how Hollywood writers feel, Stan Marsh says as he writes under the watchful eye of a Chinese guard. The episode takes aim at Disney, with a scene in which the show's version of Mickey Mouse, a ruthless executive, is depicted trying to ensure various Disney and Marvel characters play ball with the Chinese authorities. China has even censored Winnie the Pooh, because we just talked about that. Anyway, y'all know the story. I'm gonna move on. Hey, I have some bad news if you're a fan of In-N-Out Burger. Now, when I go to California to visit my mother, or when we went on our little vacation down the coast, In-N-Out Burger is an absolute must-stop pretty much every time because they make great burgers. Well, now In-N-Out Burger may have a problem. How do I put this delicately? I can't. I'll just read the article. In-N-Out Burger heiress celebrates company's biblical values. Oh no! Is In-N-Out Burger gonna go? Maybe Okay, let me just before I even read the article, I've got a conspiracy theory here. By the way, before I do that, good morning, Green Badger Outdoors. Good morning, Jim Beam. Anybody else new that I haven't gotten yet? I think I got everybody. Okay, here's my theory. Chick-fil-A has had a lot of controversy lately because of certain stands they've taken, and they're a company owned by Christians, and they don't open on Sundays, and they've gotten a lot of flack because they've given money to groups that could peripherally or tangentially, may have had something against gay marriage or something like that or whatever. And so, the leftists hate Chick-fil-A and because of, their biblical Christian thing, right? So this In-N-Out Burger heiress celebrating the company's biblical values. Now, here's the other point about Chick-fil-A, though. So Chick-fil-A has been taking this beating in the press and with all these activists, and yet their sales have been going through the roof, right? Through the roof. Good morning, Mike Savage. Through the roof. Could this be a marketing ploy by the heiress of In-N-Out Burger? Seeing what happened to Chick-fil-A and saying, could this maybe get us some business too? Because maybe she'll get some people to protest them, right? And then their business will grow. Now, do they need it? In-N-Out Burger is popular, man. There's always a line at every In-N-Out Burger I've ever been to out in Cali. And in Las Vegas, they have them too. Oh, man, the one there, they have the drive, they have the double drive-through thing, and they have cars lined up forever. Anyway, let's get into the story. Lindsay Snyder, owner and heiress to the West Coast burger empire In-N-Out, celebrated the biblical values that have animated her company ever since it was started by her grandparents in 1948. Speaking with the Christian Post, Snyder talked about her own journey with Jesus Christ, which began after experiencing much pain and suffering following the untimely death of her father as a teenager and a bout with drug addiction. I finally found that the deep need in my heart can only be filled by Jesus and my identity in him, the heiress told the outlet. Snyder said her 3 failed marriages, one of which she endured alleged physical abuse, allowed her to gain insight into dealing with pain and subsequent healing. I've learned so much through my broken relationships, along with the ups and downs that come through marriage. I've been I've been the one to hurt, and I've been hurt. I have gained insight and growth through both sides of the coin, she said. Prior to the journey of marriage, it's so important to seek time and healing with Jesus, even if you are blessed to be healed of personal wounds and past relationship baggage. Life will still bring hurdles and trials to overcome your relationship. Biblical values have been a staple of In-N-Out ever since Lindsay's uncle, Richard Snyder, famously began printing the John 3:16 below the restaurant's drink cups. Lindsay has since expanded that practice to include Proverbs 24:16 and Luke 6:35 on the fry containers and hot beverage cups. I never noticed that. I've eaten In-N-Out burger every opportunity I get. I've never known. Now I'm going to look for that on the cups and packaging of In-N-Out burger. I did not know that. Interesting. It was my Uncle Rich who put the Bible verses on the cups and wrappers in the early 90s, just before he passed away, she said. He had just accepted the Lord and wanted to put that little touch of his faith on our brand. It's a family business and will always be, and that's a family touch. In later years, I added verses to the fry boat, coffee, and hot cocoa cups. My grandparents set the bar high, and I only try to raise it, she said, adding that she believes in servant leadership. It was tough in the beginning, but now people see the benefits and feel the love, she said. All families have their issues, and we aren't perfect, but we try really hard, and there are so many good-hearted people here. I love my job. So she's okay. So I'm just going to skip. Okay, so a little bit. Lindsay has since launched the ministry Army of Love, which stems from her desire to do God's work while here on earth, even while framing her mission in spiritual warfare terms. I knew I would be part of a ministry that would unify the body of Christ into soldiers who would reach out to one another and to the lost in the last days. Many people attended church, but the pool of discipleship is shallow. So I saw training modules online to disciple people and take them deeper than they may have gone attending the church or Bible study. I envisioned this army uniting various ministries and supporting churches and organizations. Okay, I can already. There's only a couple more. The last line isn't really that important in this article, but can you smell that? Can you smell it? Anybody? Can you? Smells like paint. Can you? Because paint. Can you smell that paint? It smells like someone. They're already painting the protest signs. Because this woman dares to be a Christian. I never noticed all the little biblical verses on their packaging. Now I'm going to look for it the next time I'm in California, because the next time in California, I will definitely stop for an In-N-Out burger because they're delicious. They're delicious. They really, oh my gosh, they're so good. Not desperation. She's just telling her thing, man. And I don't care. I mean, that's cool. Good for her. You know, she's comfortable with her relationship with, with her God and church and the Lord and all that stuff, and good for her. I don't think she's doing that as a marketing ploy. I'm just wondering. Okay, this is from an interview she did with the Christian Post talking about her faith. So they were asking her about this. It wasn't like she went to the Daily Caller with this and said, "Hey, can I talk to you about my faith?" No, the Christian Post went and talked to her. Probably noticed that the little John 3:16 was in the bottom of their burger wrapping or whatever, and decided to find out why. And so, okay, that's cool. But now the news is out, and I'm kind of worried. Good. But there you go, Lindsay. I could care less if the heiress worships the Sky Wizard. Just keep giving me double doubles, and we're good. The double doubles are the jam, man. I love them In-N-Out burgers. Anyway. Moving on, and remember I told you about the Trump rally in Minneapolis? Well, the Minneapolis mayor makes an attempt to toy with Trump, and he gets his big fingers burned. There's a little story about is it a story about winning or it's like everything. And I don't know why this is, because Trump surely is far from perfection, right? But everyone who fucks with Trump just seems to have it blow up in their face. It's just every time. I don't know how it keeps happening. It's really weird. So anyway, here it is. Minneapolis mayor attempts to toy with Trump, gets fingers burned. We are getting an indication of what next year's campaign will be like, thanks to radical mayor Jacob Fry of Minneapolis. Yeah, Jacob Fry is kind of I don't live in Minneapolis, but I live near the Twins. I'm in a metro. I'm in the Twin Cities metro. Let's just put it that way. And so we hear a lot about the mayors of Minneapolis, St. Paul. And Minneapolis City Council is just like any left-wing city council in the country. Remember, they have a representative named Ilhan Omar, just to give you an idea of what Minneapolis is like. Great city, though. I love going there, and it's a big-time food town, whatever. Anyway, according to the Donald Trump for President campaign, Fry is abusing the powers of his office in an attempt to shut down a MAGA rally. Yeah, this is funny. The radical leftist mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, is abusing the power of his office and attempting to extort President Trump's re-election campaign by conjuring a phony and outlandish bill for security in an effort to block a scheduled Keep America Great Again rally. Democrat Mayor Fry is using the bogus security charges to pressure the Target Center, site of the contracted October 10, 2019 rally, into preventing Minnesota residents from exercising their First Amendment rights in support of President Trump. Now, a couple things they've done. They've forbidden police officers to wear their uniforms if they attend this rally, and that happens a lot. I mean, they don't want obviously they don't necessarily want their I kind of understand that. If you're going to this on your own, you're not representing the Minneapolis police, you're representing yourself. So I understand that. But anyway, the Fry administration told the Target Center that it was responsible for the security costs of $530,000, and the center tried to bill these to the Trump campaign under threat of withholding the use of the arena, which, needless to say, was the point of the whole exercise. The actual cost is closer to $20,000, with the bulk of security provided by the Secret Service. Yeah, hello? He just happens to be the President of the United States, so there's already going to be a really massive security contingent for something like this, because that's how it works. The Trump campaign responded by informing the Target Center that it was flirting with a breach of contract, with the inevitable lawsuit following. The rally remains on schedule. As might be expected of an organization associated with Donald Trump, the campaign pulled no punches in its response. And here is that response. This is an outrageous abuse of power by a liberal mayor trying to deny the rights of his own city's residents just because he hates the president, said Trump campaign manager Brad Parscale. People want to hear from their president, and no mayor looking to beef up his resume for a run for higher office should stand in the way. The censorship through bureaucratic nitpicking has become a standard weapon of the left across the country in recent years. We'll see how well it stands up to the Trump blowtorch in 2020. So yeah, that's just it. It's like the Secret Service is going to be out in force, and I just, so they're going to have to probably hire some local officers as far as dealing with the protesters. I don't know. I'm trying to think what time I need to go down there on Thursday to even get a seat. But I actually really want to just film with the protesters and people walking around and just talk to people. Like all those guys that do the interview videos that all they do is they go to protests and interview people. That's what I'm kind of planning on doing. We'll see how it works. Anyway, so there you go. All right, so we're going to get into Twitter trends because it's that time. So just buckle your seatbelts, everybody. I hope I'm not missing anything in the chat. I'm sure I am, but we'll get there anyway. let's see. So here, let's get into Twitter trends, though. So let me find it here. A couple clicks. All right, here we go. First, number one. Now, this is weird. Okay. Trending. Sondland. Gordon Sondland. Obstruction of justice. Now, this is Gordon Sondland called Trump before telling Bill Taylor that there was no quid pro quo and they should stop texting about it. The State Department orders U.S. Ambassador to the EU, Gordon Sondland, a key player in the Ukraine scandal, not to appear for his deposition with House investigators. Oh my gosh, they are. This is crazy. So let's read the CNN article just because it's a CNN day. This Sondland is trending number one. Schiff calls blocking ambassador deposition strong evidence of obstruction. Well, first of all, you're not obstruction of what? I think Schiff, you got to realize you're not a court. You have no obstruction of what? Obstruction of justice. Your committee is not justice. Okay, you're not a court. There's no. Oh my God. You have no subpoena power because the only time you would is if there was an actual articles of impeachment being filed, which need to be debated on. There is no official inquiry yet. So you can't, that's going to be a tough sell. Of course, it's not a tough sell to the media pundits because, these are, what does Hard Bastard call them? They're media crimes. They're not crimes that have anything to do with statute. They're media crimes, okay? House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff called the State Department's blocking of U.S. Ambassador to the European Union Gordon Sondland deposition on Tuesday strong evidence of obstruction for Democrats' impeachment investigation. There is no impeachment investigation yet. Get that through your skull. The House has not voted on an impeachment inquiry. Thus, legally, there is no impeachment inquiry. Everyone keeps talking about it. Nancy Pelosi says, oh, yes, we'll have an impeachment inquiry. You dumbasses haven't voted on it yet. So there's nothing to obstruct. You don't have power of subpoena. You think you do, and you make it sound like you do. Don't think you do. Sorry. The State Department on Tuesday directed Sondland not to testify before Congress, scrambling Democrats' impeachment investigation and raising questions about whether they will be able to obtain testimony from other witnesses. But Schiff's sharp response to Sondland's absence is a sign of how the impeachment fight is likely to escalate. The failure to produce this witness, the failure to produce these documents, we consider yet additional strong evidence of obstruction of the constitutional functions of Congress, Schiff told reporters. Schiff also said that Sondland indicated he had text messages and that state was withholding messages as well. Well, wait a minute. What's that sentence say? Schiff told, wait a minute. The failure to produce this witness. Okay, that's obstruction. Schiff also said that Sondland indicated. What does that mean? Indicated he had text messages, and that state was withholding messages. Okay, he may. Okay. This withholding messages, well, and suggested other witnesses Democratic have called, such as former Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch, may also be blocked. Republican Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio, the top GOP member of the Oversight Committee, said he wanted to hear from Sondland, but he said he understood the Trump administration's decision not to allow him to appear because he argued the process hasn't been fair. The process hasn't even officially started. That's the other part. It has. That's the thing. It'll be interesting if they try to get a court order or something, because right now, officially, there is no process. Because you must vote. The entire House must vote to have an impeachment inquiry. They haven't done that yet. So it's going to be interesting to see if that happens. Sondland's attorney, Robert Luskin, said his client was told earlier Tuesday morning by the State Department not to appear. He is a sitting ambassador, an employee of the state, and is required to follow their direction, Luskin said. Ambassador Sondland is profoundly disappointed that he will not be able to testify today. Ambassador Sondland traveled to Washington from Brussels in order to prepare for his testimony and be available to answer the committee's questions. All right, so this that's why he's trending. Enough of that. Number 2 trending today on Twitter. There's lots of people bitching about this. And here, Mark Meadows, I want to hear from Ambassador Sondland under a fair process where the full truth comes out. This fake, unauthorized impeachment, quote, inquiry, end quote, where Schiff withholds exculpatory transcripts while leaking a few text messages out of context, is neither fair or transparent. Yeah, if you're going to do it right. But I don't know if that's happening. I don't know. And sorry, you need to actually have an actual impeachment inquiry if you're going to do this. So we'll see what happens. Tuesday Thoughts is trending number 2. Let's get one good Tuesday thought out of our heads. Government can't protect one rich guy in prison, but the rest of us need to be disarmed. Let that sink in. Okay, that's a thought right there. That'd be a thought. Oh, so according to the Washington Post, here's a thought. So according to the Washington Post, 58% of Americans support impeaching the president. Well, according to the latest Gallup poll, only 41% of Americans trust the mainstream media. That, my friends, leaves us at a bit of a standstill. Okay, that's a hell of a thought right there. All right, moving on. Number 3, Rise Up October 8th. What? Rise Up October 8th and trending with the Supreme Court of the United States? What? Oh, geez, yeah, here's what's happening. We are out here in force for our day in court in the Supreme Court rally. There's an LGBTQ rally. Something's happening. I can't remember what it is. The Supreme Court is taking up something. Here, let's see if we can find this. This person is like the least androgynous or masculine chick I've ever seen. Bitch, please. Okay, what? I'm a trans non-binary person with an androgynous masculine gender expression. I was assigned female at birth. Today, the Supreme Court begins to hear arguments on whether or not people like me can legally be fired from work. If you don't know, now you know. Join us. So they're going to have a protest today. Oh, that's today. Okay. ACLU, no one should be fired for being LGBTQ. Am I missing something? So here's they're having okay, so there's something about whether or not you can be fired for being LGBTQ. I don't even know where you're able to do this, but maybe there are places that will do it. This is me just being not sure what this is about. Oh, here's Julian Castro. To our LGBTQ family, neither SCOTUS or real Donald Trump get to decide your humanity. Well, they're not deciding your humanity. They're deciding something having to do with whether or not you can be fired. What if you're stealing from the till and you're LGBTQ? Can you be fired? Because I'm curious. Yes, you can be fired, but he's saying you are equal, you are loved, and no matter what the decisions are before the court, we will fight with you to the to end all discrimination based on sex, gender, and sexual orientation. But what about gender expression, Joaquin? This is Julian. What about gender expression? What about... Anyway. I don't know what's going on with this. I really don't. I'll learn more. Today, SCOTUS determines whether settled law protecting queer and trans people in the workplace will be overturned. Despite the Trump administration's lobbying, SCOTUS will lobbying SCOTUS to take away our rights. We fight back. We are watching. Okay. I don't know. I don't think people should be treated unfairly for what they do, but are there situations? I don't know. At will employment, I don't know. If you're, I guess I don't know. Anyway, PlayStation 5 is trending. The PlayStation will be released in late 2020. Okay, yay, hooray! Another version of PlayStation. Hey, but you know what's cool? I don't have any kids in my house, so I don't have to buy one. Okay, moving on. Oh, hey, it's International Lesbian Day! Woohoo! Fire up, baby! It's International Lesbian Day. Today is International Lesbian Day. One proud and single lesbian here, still standing and fighting for our rights of equality. Hate and discrimination towards the LGBTQ2SIA plus will not happen if I have anything to say about it. You know, I'm not really sure what rights you don't have now. Now this person says you are not a lesbian. You are not wanted by the community. You are a person that exposes themselves to young girls for fun and ask them about their period. Oh, this is Jessica Yanoff who wrote this. Fuck that dude. Fuck Jessica Yanoff. This is not Jessica Yanoff. I'm sorry. These ladies are not Jessica Yanoff. And if they're lesbians, good for them. I don't care. Jessica Yanoff is oh, fuck no. I might lose my channel over this. No. Oh my God. Anyway, everyone's favorite lesbian has arrived. Okay, so it's yay for lesbians. Good for them. I live your life. I have no problem with lesbians. Go, you go, girls, ladies, whatever you want me to call you, you go with that. Okay, I don't care. But happy International Lesbian Day. Glad we have another one a day for something important. Good. Blizzard. Oh, someone wants to boycott Blizzard? Blizzard suspends professional Hearthstone player following Hong Kong comments. Are you kidding me? Okay, so Blizzard. You know what? Fuck LGBT and screw someone in China for having the right opinion about how corrupt the system is. Also, Blizzard, 1 week later, we're happy to announce that we are now adding a gay Chinese girl to Overwatch. Okay. Blizzard for inserting politics. Yeah, fuck it. Why? Blizzard pulls Blitzchung from Hearthstone tournament over support for Hong Kong protests. All right, if FTG, and I know it's not Thursday, but FTG, here we go. The world of esports had its own run-in with Chinese politics on Tuesday when Blizzard Entertainment said it was suspending Chung Nye-wei, a Hong Kong player of the game Hearthstone, for a year and forcing him to forfeit prize money. Mr. Chung, who uses the name Blitzchung, had spoken out in support of the Hong Kong protests during a live-streamed interview. The company said Mr. Chung had broken a rule barring players from engaging in any act that brings you into public disrepute, offends a portion or group of the public or otherwise damages Blizzard's image. Oh my God. If I played over, I would, unbelievable. Just, somebody in China told these people, oh God, fuck China. Unbelievable. Tuesday motivations there. Captain Kangaroo is trending because, is there a trailer for Captain Kangaroo out? Wait, this is not Captain Kangaroo. What the hell? Did I press the wrong one? Captain Kangaroo. Oh, because it changed. Here we go. Captain Kangaroo is trending because this idiot thinks the term kangaroo court comes from the TV show Captain Kangaroo. I don't think so.
And Chairman Schiff is acting like a malicious Captain Kangaroo. What we see in this impeachment is a kangaroo court, and Chairman Schiff is acting like a malicious Captain Kangaroo.
Okay, dumbass Timothy Burke. No, he doesn't think that the term kangaroo court comes from Captain Kangaroo, you asswipe. He was just... He said... Listen to what he says.
He lied about what we see in this impeachment is a kangaroo court, and Chairman Schiff is acting like a malicious Captain Kangaroo.
So he wasn't saying that the term came from the term kangaroo court. He just a malicious Captain Kangaroo. He's just the captain of the kangaroo court. It was just a, oh my God. You're a moron for even saying that. You should get ratioed. Timothy Burke, you're an idiot. And that's why Captain Kangaroo is trending. Oh my God. Because you guys are dumbasses. No, he doesn't think it... Y'all are fucking stupid. You all are fucking stupid. No, he didn't think that. Oh God. That's why it's trending. Oh my God. You guys are... Oh my God. Talk about some bullshit. Contempt of Congress is trending. Probably because... at some point, Congress is going to have to get some balls and start arresting these clowns who thumb their noses at him. You have no power to arrest them. Sorry, Sophia A. Nelson, you moron. Sondland should be arrested and held in contempt of Congress. Start showcasing your Article 1 powers, House Representatives. Right now, you don't have an official inquiry, so you have no power to subpoena or arrest anybody. Go vote. And get your actual official powers. You all are morons. Come on. Steve Kerr's trending, probably something to do with being over in China. Steve Kerr has plenty of opinions, and he's willing to share about immigration, gun control, and other topics, but apparently has no opinion about China's mass detention of Muslims, widespread repression of civil rights, and the Hong Kong struggle for freedom. Yeah, he's over there... Someone saying he would be an incredible president. Oh my God. Yeah, because he's a liberal. He's a left-wing guy, so good for him. He's allowed to have his opinions. But holy shit. This is what gets people. NBA personalities like Steve Kerr have no trouble attacking Trump or speaking out for social justice, but are suddenly quiet on China, an actual tyrannical regime. Quotes from 2000... The coach of the NBA most powerful team will not stick to sports. No topic seems off limits. No question is too dangerous. Today's NBA has a fearlessness about social justice that petrifies the NFL. Kerr today on China. What did he say? He said he'd have no comment, I bet. Oh, here's his full statement. Okay, y'all can read that yourselves. Go look up Steve Kerr's... Yeah, Oh, they asked him about China. Actually, I don't. It's a really bizarre international story, and a lot of us don't know what to make of it. Right. Right, Steve Kerr. So it's something I'm reading about, just like everybody is, but I'm not going to comment further on that. Yeah, he's like one of the more political people in the NBA, coaches. He knows what's going on. He's just playing dumb because he's afraid. I bet Silver said, "All right, y'all, all you NBA coaches and players, shut the fuck up! You're hurting our cash cow in China. We already can't sell any more Houston Rockets jerseys there." You gotta be kidding me. Let's wrap it up here. We got Doom Eternal. Apparently, another Doom game's coming out. or something like that. Oh, very generous of Bethesda to delay Doom Eternal for Switch even further. So apparently there's going to be a delay till 2020 for the next Doom on Switch. Okay. 58% of Americans, Washington Post, because this is the Washington Post poll, that 58% of Americans favor Democrats' impeachment inquiry. Wait, let me redo that. I'm going to redo that. 58% of Americans favor Democrats' impeachment inquiry, according to a new poll. Well, it's a Washington. Whose poll is it? Is it the Washington Examiner's poll, or is who's? Oh, a Washington Post Shar School poll. I'm sure they just walked around D.C. Good morning, Richo. How you doing? And Chi-Town J, and I think I got everybody. I may have missed a few. I'm sorry. So 58% of Americans is trending because the Washington. You notice how? Maybe you notice this. Maybe you don't. The Washington Post, almost on a daily basis, has some sort of post or article or something that's negative towards the president. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that the Washington Post, and of course many of the articles they put out are wrong. Okay, Washington Post, for my purposes, my 3 to 5 day rule for the Washington Post is always in effect. And in fact, sometimes I think it's, depending on how crazy the headline is, it's a 7-day rule of anything that comes out of the Washington Post. Washington Post puts out negative articles daily. I have them on my Twitter feed. That's where I know that. I don't subscribe to them, but every day there's a negative article from the Washington Post about the president. So it's almost like Chicken Little, or The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Every day, the Washington Post. So them having a poll with 58% of Americans do anything. Give me a giant, not a grain of salt. Give me the entire, salt lick that they use for horses, that big block of it. That's the way I feel about anything I read about anything lately. Any crazy news regarding the administration or whatever, I just wait. I wait 3 days and I'm like, oh, yeah, just what I thought. Didn't really pan out the way you thought it did. Ellen DeGeneres is trending because she actually did a really nice video. She got shit and is still getting shit from people because Jerry Jones' daughter, who she's friends with, invited her to a Cowboys game, and at the Cowboys game, they sat in the Jerry Jones suite, the owner's suite, and just so happened that in the owner's suite, she was sitting next to her wife and the Jerry Jones' daughter on this side, and then on the other side was President George W. Bush, the former president of the United States, and his wife. And so there was some pictures that she did a selfie and did stuff because she was sitting next to George Bush, who she's friendly with, even though she doesn't agree with him politically. She's very friendly with the former president of the United States, and she's just been getting savaged by people sitting next to a war criminal, blah, 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 being nice to him. How can you stand to be yourself and his anti-LGBTQ and blah, 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 blah. Well, she put out a little video telling people just to fuck right off. Okay, she didn't say that because Ellen's, too nice for that. But go on Twitter and find her video. It's very nice. And she just said, you know what? He and I are friends. We don't agree on things, but you know what? Maybe we should just learn to agree to disagree with people, and still you can find some good in some people. And that was a very nice video, and she's probably going to get more pushback even for saying that. Anyway, Yom Kippur is trending. Everything you need to know about Yom Kippur. Jewish festival of Yom Kippur is perceived as the holiest day of the year in Judaism, taking place just over a week after the something. I'm not going to click on it because I got to get going. Adam Silver, he's the commissioner for the NBA. Basti. What is Basti? It sounds like something Michael Avenatti would say. Someone named Basti is retiring. Basti Schweinsteiger. is retiring from Manchester United. I don't even know if he's a player. Instagram dark mode is trending. Huh. We gonna have Instagram dark mode and still not have a proper timeline algorithm. Switching to Instagram dark mode. What is that? Is that I thought it's a joke because there's some brothers there. Oh, here we go. Legit, it's so freaking pretty. Instagram. There's a picture of what Instagram dark mode looks like. Oh, yippee! There's something to get excited about. That and the Apple 11 or whatever, 15 or whatever the number they're on Apples. I don't do Apple shit. iPhone 11 or is that what it is? iPhone 11 now? Tuesday morning and Portfolio Day. I don't even know what Portfolio Day is, and I don't care because I don't have time because it's time to end the show. And I must thank all of you for being here. It's been a lovely morning. We're here Monday through Friday. What time are we here? 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and whatever GMT that is. Daylight savings, that switch is coming soon. It comes this month. I don't remember what day exactly because it kind of just happens on my phone and I remember. So anyway, yeah. Sing to Richo. Richo, oh, wait, what? Is it Richo's birthday? Richo, are you still here? Richo. Okay, hang on. Oh, hi, Irish Rose. Richo, good morning, sir. Sorry, late. Someone tell P-Dog it's my birthday and sing. Oh, hey! Well, now, okay, here's the thing. Lords of the Night, they sing, funny but crappy birthday songs. And then Monkey also does it on Monkey in the Morning. But you know what? Richo, happy birthday, my friend. And I kind of sing songs in the theme of the day, if there is one. So, for example, when we sang Lindsay, her birthday song, we were talking about death metal, and so we sang it in a death metal style. But I don't have a style today. I am styleless for all practical purposes. But let's go. Oh, by the way, before I do, well, I'll remind you after this. I'll sing first. Richo, this one's for you. What style should we do this? I don't know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my brother. All right. Now, got to end the show. One reminder, I do have a new channel called, what's it called? What's my new channel? Anyone remember what my new channel? I don't even remember what my new channel is called. It's Creepy Dog Productions. That's where I'm going to start doing creepypasta stories, Halloween stories, especially in this month of October during the Halloween season. I am going to try to get some more of those put. I'm actually teaming up with someone named Rose Black, who writes creepypasta stories, and so I'm going to be posting a few more of those recordings on my Creepy Dog Productions channel. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can go subscribe over there. Also, just a reminder, we're here again tomorrow, Wednesday. I have a Jussie update. Wednesday is usually the Jussie update day, so I have one. Finally, it's been a while since I've done a Jussie update. Also, Thursday is FTG Thursday. Get your nominations in over the next couple days. You can do that right down here, and my Twitter, my DMs are open. Which is at PDogNight, or you can do it at mine's or Gab, but I really don't use those as much, so Twitter's better. Or my email is PDogNight. Take that put it the other side over here, PDogNight@gmail.com. So, I do have to go, though. I really appreciate you all coming on the daily. Some of you are here every day. Some of you get here where you can. Some of you lurk in the background. But before you go, on the way out, make sure you hit the like, share, and all that stuff. And that helps out the channel. We're growing slowly but surely. I'm close to 400 subscribers now. I'm getting close, and my goal is to get to 1,000. But we'll worry about that as it happens. It'll happen. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Again, thank you so much for being here. My name is PDogNight, and I'm out of here. Have a lovely day. Hey, this is P-Dog Night, and I want to thank you for joining me today on the P-Dog Night channel. Before you go, if you like what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. A special thanks to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through our Streamlabs link in the description below. Thanks again, and until next time, I am P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.